time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Wouldn't there be a queue?
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Hey, Sijun.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijun? Mm-hmm. And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria. What would you like to eat?
We can choose?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Well, obviously Paimon wants the good shit. Then I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer.
Me too! Don't forget Paimon!
Oh, I thought you would have gone for the biggest.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
After a while, the meals Sijun ordered of you arrives, and like there's prior when you're solely relying on luck. You get the good shit, she brings drinks, they taste weird, but they're nutritious. They taste pretty terrible. You can't then relax. Okay.
So delicious.
Free dinners are the absolute best.
Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second, we did do plenty of work after all.
What do you mean be free? You freeload every day, Paimon. This feeling should not be strange to you.
Feeling full yet? How's the food? Delicious.
Exquisite, thank you. Besides the milk, I mean everything was super delicious now.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Sijun, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
Both?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well. Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water.
Are you just abandoning Klein? She's sitting over there by herself, just looking really lonely.
Thankfully, Clorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through. It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh.
How long has that been, by the way?
I wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often, too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
But that doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Nervalette outside of his office.
Get a good night's
Workaholic.
rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Guess I didn't fix that mechanic like we thought they did, considering I just died. There we go. Back down we go. Where are we going? Dormitories? Which meant I was totally on the right level. Already, but we had to go save Clutching. Oh no, we went to the cafeteria, didn't we? We didn't go to the infirmary. So we would have had to have gone up anyway. Does anybody care about the Targlia?
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. Jesus. She snores? Kick her out. She really immediately fell asleep. Oh, we're gonna get a vision. Targlia.
Yes.
Ah, good night.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
Wait, what?
What happened? Why is everyone running?
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking.
What?
Uh-huh.
What?
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
What the hell's happening? Paimon, wake up. We need to go see what's going on. Riotley? The fuck's happening? I'm a little scared. What could possibly be going wrong? Please tell me it's something subtle. It's just something like Nivellet's arrived or something. Tame.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait!
Where are you running to? Or what are you running
What's wrong
from?
with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here. Yeah, there you are.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hi.
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
That's abrupt. Considering we just learned the truth like a few hours ago.
Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
We have to go to Riotley's office.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said His Grace said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outward.
Then that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no, isn't that gate at the very bottom?
No, it can't be that thing.
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
I mean, as far as you can tell, the correct direction.
We have to go by the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, be careful!
I will, but my man needs some backup. I can't rely on Siegwin to be his only backup.
Please evacuate upwards and
Although,
outwards, upwards
Clean's
and
is here.
outwards.
She
If
can
you are
help.
already at the topmost layer, then try to
Okay.
move as far outwards as possible.
Riotley, what is happening? I need to get off and eat, but it's just so dramatic. I want to keep going. You know what? I should just keep myself in suspense and actually just stop and eat. God. I'm such a glutton for punishment for myself sometimes. Food hath been eaten. It is time to find out what drama has occurred. What calamity has occurred.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
How are we going to protect ourselves from the flood? Holy shit.
You're
maybe
just in
it's
time.
maybe it's not what we
But
dreaded it is.
Be ready to run.
Oh shit, it really is this bad. Be careful, Riotley. You can die just as well as Clean. That's pretty. Yeah, but how long is that gonna last? Is it gonna start melting from the bottom? Oh, water pressure's too strong. It's pretty though. It also looks very unrealistic, but it's still pretty.
Three, two, one.
Ah, hence the 3 doors. How long is it gonna last though? If one ballast gate is pulled out.
Find Neuvillette.
Yes.
Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
How are we gonna get out? We're
Until you
prisoners!
arrive, we're the last line of defense.
What is Electro gonna do? Cryo I can understand. How are we getting out of the prison? And wouldn't the
gate.
people evacuating
How long do you think it'll hold?
be wanting to like use all the
depends on us.
lifts out? There's only one. Oh shit, 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 shit. God, that's terrifying. Especially knowing that you're Fontanian. You could go poof! Never let, never let, never let, never let, never let! Come save the day, please. We're all about to die.
Why are you here?
We're about to die.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
Honey, we got bigger problems.
Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay, you can explain everything else to me
Will
later.
do. You have my sincere
I don't have time for a calm conversation. Get your ass downstairs. So we're just playing swapsies? He goes that way and I go this way? Okay. Oh, shit. That's a lot of Fatui.
Look, there are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
Why do they not let us in? Why would they
Are
let
you
us
two
in?
the traveler in
Oh,
Paimon?
there we go.
Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
She'll be indebted to us. Yes. I'll do my best. Against a Harbinger. To be fair, I've already beaten one. 2! 3! 3? We never fought Ildatore, did we? I don't think we did. She's actually grateful to see me.
Oh,
It's a
so
miracle.
you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
I'm sure that Ildatore has mentioned me before.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
Why does it sound like you're not speaking with confidence?
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler.
Your pants
I
off
have
your
heard much of
shoes.
your accomplishments. I am the knave, one of the 11 Fatui harbingers.
So this is the knave, the head of the House of the Hearth, and the Lenny siblings' his father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Greetings, pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Is it poisoned and you're trying to get us out of the way first? She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's pretty good. It's quite tasty. I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Wait, Child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Is she just saying that because it's the obvious conclusion about him disappearing and that he was trying to escape? Or is it because she already knows what's happened to him, but that is impossible because there's no time for her to have found out? I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Farina looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
Can you express your admiration for me? Have I not already defeated him as well? I managed to find a few leads in his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
I'm glad I can reassure you thusly.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since child disappeared.
So they keep telling me, but no one seems to be able to tell me a time frame.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that child is still alive.
Oh. And just how do you know that?
I'm not giving you his vision.
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that part.
Well...
Oh no, Poemon's statement just left us wide open.
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he
Which is
must
something
have
he
had
would
to
do.
swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there was also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
Out of curiosity, I'm trying to remember. Did his eldest sister know that what he does for a living? I'm just trying to remember, because I know he's got the whole toy maker or toy seller facade that he's got going on for his younger brother. But I think his sister knew the truth, right? So wouldn't he be honest with her? Or would he send a message to Tusa, or whatever his name was, and pretend that he's here for business? She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Farina. This is very true. That sounds good to me, yes.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Yep, shit's happening downstairs as we speak. Are we not going to tell them the truth? At all? God, he must be so exhausted from having to continually refreeze that shit.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
And now he'll show his true
Sure you
power.
don't need a hand?
This is going to be beautiful.
Quite sure.
I'm going to love every moment.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
They're not going to stay and witness his secret? We don't get to see it. Ah, there we go. We just need to change to cutscene.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
A new seal. A seal made by him. Should be even stronger and more resilient.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Deserves to be overruled, quite frankly. Killing an entire race is just not okay. Genocide was not on the menu for punishment.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Aww.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
Ah, God, I love these three together. It's just adorable. Like, I find myself not caring about the childlike characters because their storylines seem to be very lighthearted and childlike. There seems to lack a certain maturity to a lot, not all of them, I'm not going to say all of them, but to a lot of their storylines. But the adult characters seem to have the greatest storylines. I am always invested in the adult characters.
You made a bet?
They're great. I love them.
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
Was my assumption.
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Yeah, about that, man. Don't know about that. Well, the teacup will settle, so they'll know that it has been slow to stop for now.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house, Miss Farina. As the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
Is this happening because she doesn't have her gnosis? Perhaps.
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
I don't disagree with you, but now's not the time to kill Farina.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me.
I appreciate where you're coming from, but quite frankly, the entirety of Fontaine has every right to judge you as their leader.
Fontaine
Quotation
will
marks
be
leader.
saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Farina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front. Yeah, but she's not giving any substantial evidence to back up her own claims. She's just saying words, and it's not convincing when you just say words, no matter how passionate they may be. Anyway, while she was having a monologue that was pretty empty, I was busy thinking about the fact that we're no longer worrying about I still don't remember the name, the machine that gives verdicts with the courts system. That thing. Why are we not going back to why it rendered a guilty judgment for Taglia? I feel like that's been swept under the rug, even though we're supposed to be finding out how this machine is pivotal to the entirety of Fontaine. We seem to just be ignoring it.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
I agree with the knave here. There needs to be tangible evidence that Farina is doing something. And she deserves... the knave, deserves to see evidence of it so that she can assuage the fear and panic of the people of Fontaine. So that was all a lie? Could have told you that. Or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she's deflated a lot of nows, like a popped balloon. That's because she has nothing to back up. She's been doing jack shit.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
Accusing and throwing insults at somebody who's just trying to survive is a very bad idea, Farina. No one believes your words for a second.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
Ooh, I can answer that. The Fortress of Meripede is working on that plan. I can tell you no more than that.
An emergency response plan?
How do you not have one? The prophecy is coming whether you like it or not. How do you not have measures in place for when it happens to save your people? Like, are you just living in denial that it's happening?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
Apparently not, and she's getting more pathetic in my eyes by the second. She's fucking useless.
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Toss her away and get us a new Archon. This one I don't like.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina.
That's the one, the
What
Oratrice.
is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal?
Cool, I'm glad we're bringing it back into the conversation like I wanted.
And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
Was it designed to protect people somehow?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
It's Wriothesley siphoning off the indemnitium? Smart, if that's what he's doing.
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount
Really?
of indemnitium.
It did? How come we didn't know about this?
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Can we pitch in at any point in time? Because we can at least allay her fears to an extent and point her in the direction of Wriothesley. That would save Farina at very least.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
Did she buy all of them? Would you say 16, 12, 16 slices were made every day? Did she buy all of them? These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Neuvillette's task was. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. But can he really deal with it all by himself? And is Farina being truthful or not?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
Don't use me as a pointed insult at the Archon.
You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
So polite. The knave proceeds to change topic and brings up a number of less significant matters while the atmosphere gradually becomes more relaxed, a somber feeling, something.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss child before I must be on my way.
Of course.
Paimon's coming too.
That's because I don't have a mouth.
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined.
And you turned out to be even more useless than I thought you were. I didn't think that was possible. My expectations for you were pretty low.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
This just reinforces the idea that she doesn't have her gnosis. But then the question is, where is it? It's not in the Forbidden Zone down in the Fortress of Maripede. Does the gnosis just not exist? But how is that even possible? But she has longevity. So, though I suppose all the Archons are blessed with longevity regardless of their gnosis, aren't they? Really? You're gonna make me walk all the way out? That is so rude. Couldn't we have walked and talked?